Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since we applied our colour coats, the last ones we did. The reason for that is it's the middle of winter here. Now, when it's colder temperatures, you tend to find the curing of the paint takes substantially longer. So I've had to leave this now for, as I said, 2 weeks. Now, the problem, if you do start sanding earlier than that, your sandpaper is going to get clogged up, and that clogged up sandpaper is going to scratch the finish of your guitar, meaning you're going to have to sand it deeper, and then you're risking sand throughs. Now, if you have a sand through, obviously you're going to have to touch up that area or respray the entire guitar, and you're going to be starting all over again. And as I said before, it's the middle of winter here, and that would mean at least another 2, maybe 3 weeks of waiting for the paint to cure. Okay, so from here, what we want to do is apply our clear coats. Now, our clear coats are going to give us that nice glossy finish, and they're also going to protect the paint. That's sort of the idea of your clear coats. It also protects the paint, the surface of the guitar from dents and scratches and things like that. Okay, so what we want to do from here is give this a light sand. We're trying to dull down some of that orange peel effect I discussed in the last video. Now, if you're having trouble remembering that, what I was talking about were high and low areas. It looks like a dimpled effect. You will sometimes see if you hold the guitar up in the light and have a look across it, and you will see areas of light and areas of shade, much like an orange peel. Now, what we really want to do is knock off those higher shiny areas. Once everything's dull, that means everything's sanded to the same level. Now, you don't need to take this to the nth degree. When it comes to this, the clear coat will also address these issues. What we're trying to do is get a nice finish once we've finished applying our clear coat as well. But I would also stress it's important to sand down some of these higher areas, just so the clear coat doesn't have so much work to do. Now, I wouldn't recommend over sanding. You don't need to take out all of the orange peel effect, and I would also avoid edges. As I said before, if you sand through at this point, you're going to have to come back and either touch it up or paint the whole guitar again, and you're going to be starting the process over again. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera down the bench now and just show you the orange peel effect again and what I'm talking about, and just how far I would take it and address that. Okay, so hopefully you can see there's a slight orange peel effect just here if you look across in the light. Now again, as I said, we don't want to take that completely out, but I do want to address that. I'm starting with 600 grit sandpaper. I'm just sanding very lightly, and I'm avoiding those edges, letting the sandpaper do most of the work here. Make sure you're regularly cleaning out the paper. It can be tempting to take this a lot further at this point, but we still need our clear coat to adhere. So I really wouldn't take it much past about 600, unless you're really concerned about sanding through, in which case maybe 800 to 1000. But you would also then expect that the clear coat's not going to adhere quite as well. So it may take a few more coats. So we're just working through that orange peel effect now. I can just see it gradually going. For example, you can just see a small amount of it here. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. There's a small amount there. I'll just keep sanding that one area. Yeah, and that's pretty much sorted it out. So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about here. Now, if you repeat that and just make sure you get that same level finish right across the guitar, you'll be in good shape for starting to apply your clear coats.